Here doing a very informal video. Hello. What is it? May 4th. May the 4th be with you. 2023. Anybody feeling irritated or mm, irritated or cranky or just wanting to run from the space they're in? Discomforted in an uncomfortable place, uncomfortable in the skin. Yeah, God's doing stuff. That's the very place God says, stay here with me and let me love you. Let me teach you. Let me change you. Tell me what you're feeling. And let me give you the comforter, the greatest comforter you'll ever know. Let me bring you up higher. Don't run away. Don't run into your addictions. Don't run into your dopamine ejections and the behaviors attached to those lower frequencies. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me give you the comforter. Come here. Let me hold you. Let me give you the comforter. Whenever we feel that discomfort, it is a signal for us to either go into lower frequency behaviors that will emit dopamine attached to hellish realms, addictions, obsessions, compulsions, thought processes that are perseverative, negative, lower frequencies of thought. Or we can stay there in the discomfort for a second, or a minute, or an hour, or maybe for the whole day and trust. Even when we can't trust, we can trust, if that makes any sense. I've been in that place. When we see no way of something being removed, or no way of something moving, or no way of something changing, especially when it's really dear or close to our heart. I got a few of those situations. How about you? And we feel so discomforted in our skin. And we want to just go shove something in our mouth, or go have sex, or go, watch TV, or get lost in some sci-fi movie, or go do something compulsive and addictive that takes away the feeling for a little while. But afterwards, after that dopamine is released from the brain, the food settles in the stomach, or we lash out at somebody, or we abuse somebody. Some of us are addicted to drama. Some have learned to become addicted to abusing others when they don't feel comforted. Just abuse others, just lash out at others, just scream out at others, just hurt others. It's self-sabotage, really. Some of us are addicted to rage. Some of us are addicted to the merry-go-round of melodrama. God's bringing us all out of these things, and we've all got them. There's no judgment, and there's no shame. I just love that. I just love saying it. I just love saying it because God is dealing with judgment and shame right now on a mass scale, on a macro scale and on a micro scale. God is dealing with judgment and shame. And we can stand back and rejoice in the victory of the Lord, because we can't battle these things. God is the deliverer of our souls from these things that keep us in bondage. Judgment and shame, God is opening up the revelation of what this has really done to us. And it is freeing us in all kinds of manifold ways in the quantum field of our lives. It's freeing us. And we haven't arrived, but He certainly is doing beautiful, beautiful works of delivering us from judgment and shame. And that is the great humbling. That's part of the great humbling. Because when shame and judgment are removed, it's humbling. And we no longer have to point a finger at anybody. We no longer have to project. We no longer have to blame. We no longer have to be a victim. We no longer have to be narcissistic. We can gain compassion. Even as we gain compassion for ourselves, we can gain compassion for others. Because once judgment is removed from us, for with the measure we judge others, we so shall be judged. We're judging ourselves. And when that judgment is lifted from ourselves, there's an empty space for compassion to come in. Where there is judgment, there can be no compassion. And when judgment is removed, compassion can fill that place. And that is the gift of the kingdom that God gives us when judgment is removed. How beautiful. There's always a gift of the kingdom when darkness is removed. And if we could see that in the spirit and faith, we would run. We would run to our darkness with God in humility, like a child. And we would be like, God, look at this. This is what I have here for you. And God's like, give it to me, my child. Give it to me. And our nature is like, no, I have to hold on to it. I'm so familiar with it. It just makes me feel safe. It makes me feel protected. It helps defend me. It fights for me. And God says, open your hand and give it to me. Open your heart and give it to me. Open your soul and give it to me. Open your mind and give it to me. You can let it go. You can let me see it because I love you and I already know it's there. And you know what? If you can open your hand and open your heart and open your mind and give it to me, I can bring you up here and show you the kingdom, my kingdom. And I have all of these promises and gifts and fruits and blessings for you. So let me see what you have in your darkness, in that false image of what this false world told you you had to keep. And let me give you this in place. Here's a gift for you. Put it in that place. And then it's deposited. That deposit of the kingdom comes and wow, the Spirit of God fills us. We come up higher. We get filled with power. We get anointing. We get love. And all of a sudden, there's a shift in the energy. There's a shift in the soul. There's a shift in the heart. There's a shift in the mind. There's a shift in the quantum field. We're not the same. And that can all happen inwardly with God in a moment, in a process. And nothing has changed outside of us because everything in the unseen realm is so much more real than this realm because heaven manifests on earth. Heaven rules over earth. Heaven supersedes what happens on earth. The spirit realm is ultimate law and ultimate truth. And in this, we can put our faith in God. So in the discomfort, in the irritability, God has a promise for us. God has a gift. If we will receive the comfort of the Comforter,